I don't know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a new format that I'm trying out, and we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be almost like a podcast and a stream, but it's not live. It's a stream, but it's not live. This is sort of like the same format as I do when I stream. I used to stream on Twitch and occasionally on YouTube, but unfortunately I don't have time to do that because I have a full-time job and I work overnights, and I just don't have a life anymore. So if I look tired, it's because I am tired, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this. So if I look extra pasty, it's because I work overnights and I haven't seen the sun in a long time. I have to look at pictures of the sun because I forgot what it looks like. So yeah, this is like a brand new thing I'm gonna try out. I've been trying to get back into YouTube, but I just don't know what kind of stuff I want to make. That's sort of a problem that I'm facing right now, is I don't really know what kind of content to make. So yeah, I'm just trying out a bunch of things and seeing what I like to do. So I'm going to talk about some random stuff, I'm going to draw some random stuff, and hopefully it's entertaining to you and your beautiful faces. I miss you guys, I miss interacting with my audience, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to stream. It's just, unfortunately, my schedule doesn't afford me much time to do anything fun. So here we go. Just to reiterate, this is not live. I know it looks like a stream, but it isn't live. I can't read the chat. There is no chat. If there is a chat, it's a lie. I can't read your questions. So if I do answer your questions, wow, that's crazy. But no, this is just a video. It's pre-recorded. Or is it? Did I find a way to go live without going live? I mean, I can use my psychic powers to try and read your mind and read your questions. Mike, what you should do with your life is you should run for mayor. Hopefully there's one person named Mike who's like, holy shit, yes, I should. But yeah, I have some topics here. I don't really know what I'm going to draw. It's going to be completely random. Go figure, you know. If you've seen my artwork, it's strange. So, I've got some topics here that I want to talk about. Hopefully, if I do this again, I'll ask you guys what you want to see me draw, and I'll make a list of things, and I'll just go right through it. So right now, I'm just going to kind of draw whatever. Hopefully, it turns out okay. But I've got some things I want to talk about, and the number one thing is YouTube. So let's jump right in, shall we? There's a lot to talk about when it comes to YouTube, and the main thing I really want to talk about is the whole... I get a lot of comments asking me, why Cat? Or whoever you are, because people sometimes don't know who I am because I've changed my name on this stupid channel, like, way too many times. People always ask me, like, who I am and, why do I have so many subs and so little views? So I'm gonna address that now. They were all bots. It was all fake. It was all just view bots, and it was fake, and I never actually even made any of the animations. No, I'm just kidding. So you know, I've been doing YouTube since 2014, and I kind of started off making some really weird, goofy things, and I don't know what the hell I'm drawing right now. I started off making some really weird, goofy stuff, and I started off just making animations that were sort of like fantasy-based or D&D based, but my channel really started to take off when I started doing animations of really popular YouTubers like Markiplier. Jacksepticeye was one of them, and I think the Jacksepticeye ones are the ones that really took off, though. Those were the ones that just like... It was like the big boom of my channel. And you know what happened was, and I think this is the same thing that happens with a lot of YouTubers, is that they get this huge boom of, they get like a big influx of subscribers and of views, just because one of their, you know, the algorithm on YouTube is just a weird, mysterious thing that no one seems to know how it works. I don't even think the people at YouTube know how it works. And I think that's sort of like the idea behind it, is that no one person knows how it works. It's almost like the Wizard of Oz or something. But they, you know, eventually you'll be making videos, and then one of your videos just, for some reason, it hits all those check boxes in the algorithm and it just takes off. And for me, that was like one of my Markiplier animations. It just sort of took off and just got super popular. I got a ton of subscribers from it, got a ton of views from it, and as I made that stuff, it started to just, my channel just boomed. I had this huge influx of people coming in, and my channel grew exponentially. Like every single time I put out an animation, it was just ridiculous, like how successful it was, especially for the size of the channel that I had. You know, as I was pulling in like 1 million views per video sometimes. It all kind of went wrong when I decided to change the type of content that I wanted to make. I sort of got tired of doing the typical animations of just YouTubers. Like I didn't really want to do that anymore. I wanted to make my own original stuff. Instead of just like weaning myself off of doing YouTuber stuff, I just sort of just went full bore in a different direction and started making something completely different. And I totally understand why people stopped watching, is because, they don't want to, like, I like the Game Grumps, right? And if all of a sudden the Game Grumps just decide to start talking about trucks, like they just dropped games completely and they didn't do games anymore, and they're the truck grumps now, like they just talk about trucks, Chevys, all that good stuff, I wouldn't want to watch either, like even though I like them, I just wouldn't want to watch it. So I understand why people didn't want to watch my content anymore, is because it wasn't really what they signed up for. And that's totally fine. Like, that's just how it is, I guess. I didn't really understand that, though, when it first started happening. I was kind of confused. I kind of had, like, a weird perception of what YouTube was. I was like, well, if I have this many subscribers, then I'll always get this many views. And that's a huge fallacy that I think a lot of people fall into when they start doing YouTube. They think, oh, well, I have 100 subscribers, so that means I'll always get 100 views. But that's not the case. So I think what happens with a lot of channels is not that they get big, but they have a huge, like, industrial revolution of their channel. Like, there's this huge boom that they get because of a certain video that they make. And that video gets suggested, it gets shared. But then what happens is, after like a couple of uploads, the views start to sort of like peter out. They start to go down, whereas the subscriber count stays high. So it kind of gives you this weird feeling of like, well, why do I have so many subscribers? This guy looks really upset. This guy looks really mad. I don't know what the hell I'm drawing. This is it's just how I'm feeling at the moment, I guess. I don't even know who this is. I was gonna draw Donald Trump. I don't know what the hell happened. He just turned into this. This is definitely not Donald Trump. I even had a reference. What the hell am I? I'm not even looking at the reference. But anyway, so yeah, like what happens is you get this huge subscriber bump, and at first you get a huge boom in views. But slowly it goes down because more and more people just don't really want to watch, or maybe they just wanted to watch that one video. Like maybe you do gaming content and there was one specific game that people wanted to see, or one specific aspect of that game that people wanted to see, and that video satisfied that. But then after you made more, they just didn't want to watch anymore because it was something different, or it was a different game, it was a different topic. It was something that it didn't interest them anymore. The problem with this is that most people don't unsubscribe. Most people, I think, just stop watching. They just stop watching people that they're subscribed to. So what happens is they start to rack up a huge list of people they're subscribed to. I'm subscribed to a lot of people because I've been on here since 2014. So there's been a lot of channels that I used to watch, but I don't really watch anymore. I guess I'll give this guy some Donald Trump hair. This is Donald Trump when he's not taking his meds, or when he's taking too many meds. This is Donald Thump. My name is Donald Thump. So what ends up happening is that you get this huge bump in subscribers, and you start to lose views over time because people are subscribed, but maybe they're not seeing your content. And this is, I guess this is sort of called subscriber burn, which is a thing where, most people don't unsubscribe. So what YouTube does is its algorithm sort of tries to figure out what you would want to watch, because unfortunately the subscription feed or whatever it is only has so much space. So, you know, if it shows you all 50 of the subscriptions that you're subscribed to, it shows, like, if everyone uploaded on the same day, we'll say, it's not going to show you 50 videos. It's going to show you the one, because you're obviously not going to watch all of them. So what it does instead is it shows you what it thinks you're going to watch based on what you watched previously. And what that ends up, you know, I'm going to try to draw Donald Trump if he was like a Street Fighter character. I'm in like a Street Fighter mood right now. It's going to try to show you content that it thinks you're going to watch based on your view history and things like that. So if say I upload, well, let's take Game Grumps for example. Game Grumps used to upload like twice a day. Can you imagine that? Like Game Grumps, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all of them used to upload twice a day. That's insane. I don't think they do that anymore. But they used to upload twice a day. Now let's say I don't watch Game Grumps for a week. That means that I'm missing 14 videos. Now if they go to upload and YouTube kind of does its beep boop bop boop 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 boop, like does its little algorithm thing. If it sees that I haven't watched a video in 14 videos, it's gonna assume I'm probably not gonna watch the 15th video. So it will make a decision not to show me that notification. Now this is why, or not notification, but it won't show you in the feed. Now this is why it's really important to click the bell, is because the bell sort of bypasses that system, supposedly. Now this is all just supposed. I don't know. I don't even think the people at YouTube know. I don't even think the people at Google know. So this is all just my best guess, but this is I think this is how it works. So the bell does bypass that because it gives you a direct notification saying, hey, this guy uploaded something, go check it out, instead of going to the feed where it's just a bunch of thumbnails, you know? So as you can see with this system, over time, you're not going to see the notifications. You're not going to see the thumbnails in the feed for things that you haven't clicked the bell for, basically. And this is something called subscriber burn. So what ends up happening is that you have these subscribers, but they don't see your content anymore because they just stopped watching. So YouTube just assumes they're probably not going to want to watch. So I feel like that's kind of what happened to my channel, and that happens to a lot of people's channels. I mean, if you look at someone like Markiplier, like you never get as many views as subscribers. Your subscriber count is always going to be way higher than your view count per video. Man, this guy's looking mean. He's got a mean mug. Trying to think how to make his neck. Donald Trump really doesn't even have a neck, so it's hard for me to. I'm looking at this reference and I'm like, Jesus, he is a. Like him or hate him, he's a strange-looking creature. I gotta get his jowls though. Here's his chin. This is also a little bit of a drawing tutorial, and also I'm sorry if the camera shakes, if it looks like it's like going back and forth. It's because I have a really shitty setup here. And my table like wobbles every time I like move. The whole like my monitor like goes like this, and I have my webcam on the monitor, so if it looks weird, I'm sorry. I'll have like a better setup eventually, hopefully, if I do this again. But yeah, you know, this is a little bit of a drawing tutorial, so if you're an aspiring artist and you want to know how to draw things really stupidly, here you go. I'm gonna give you you don't even need to go to school, you don't need to go into debt. You just watch me draw, and I'll teach you all the tricks. Look at these jowls. He's got that big old chin. He's got them big pouty lips. I'll give him a little upper lip. Actually, that looks weird. I'll just give him a lip like that. Guy's got a lot of stuff going on in his face. I'm gonna actually make his eyes a little bit smaller. Something that I do. He's like he comes into the Oval Office and he's like, "Oh man, I'm not feeling too hot, boss." He's got that sloth going. Yeah, something. This is like a serious art tip now. When you're drawing males, I think a problem is that a lot of people draw the eyes too big. I know I especially have that problem because, like, with females, we want to draw the eyes like massive. You know, like we draw females and we're like, here's the head, you get the chin, and then the eyes are like, yeah. anime, you know, like we draw the eyes like super big, but when you draw like a male, she's like, I don't, what is that? What is going on here? I don't know. Control Z. I was gonna draw lips. As you can see, I've gotten so much better at drawing. Some of you are probably like, oh my god, Pat, you must have been going to school or something. Nope, this is all natural, baby. Give her some little sparkles in her eyes. That is nightmarish. Anyway, so when you draw females, you always want the eyes to be like super big. But when you draw men, the eyes tend to be really, really small. Like, I was actually drawing Jeff Bridges for practice earlier, and he's got some small-ass eyes. Like, it's almost like non-existent how small his eyes are compared to his face. It looked strange when I was drawing it. But, yeah, he's just got small eyes. I don't know. So, yeah, like, I mean, you can make it work if you draw a male with big eyes. Like, it can work, but if you want to draw, like, the serious... Because I'm trying to go for more, like, realistic... I know it's hard to believe looking at this. But I've been lately, if you've seen my artwork, you can check out my artwork on Instagram at It's That One Cat. I'll put it up on the screen at It's That One Cat. Yeah, at It's That One Cat. It sounds weird, but you can check out my my cool artwork on there. Some cool stuff. It's not all stupid, I promise. It's not all like this. So yeah, it's man, he looks really sleepy in this picture, but he looks really serious here. Why he looks so serious? This is what he thinks he looks like. Also, I've been really getting into using this brush. It's the watercolor brush, just the dense watercolor. I don't know, like I've been through this phase where I think a lot of artists go through this phase where we feel like we need special brushes for everything. You know, we look at these really complicated art pieces and we think that, wow, like they must have had a brush for everything. But honestly, like a lot of people only use a couple of brushes. Like I was watching Ross Draws, and Ross Draws has like beautiful artwork, and he only uses like 2 brushes. He uses a round brush and he uses like a watercolor brush. So yeah, there's no excuse. You don't need brushes. Because I always felt like, you know, I need really cool, unique brushes in order to be good. But that's not true whatsoever. You don't need fancy brushes. The brush you got is right here in your heart brush. I don't know. As you can see, this isn't scripted, and I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, you know, just I mean, obviously there's certain brushes that can make things a lot easier, but every brush isn't really a substitute for skill. It's just a substitute for time. A lot of brushes just make things faster. You know, you can just get the effect faster by using those brushes. But brushes should never be a handicap. You should never use brushes and think that you can't be good without the brushes. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. I'm probably gonna watch this back when I'm editing it and be like, what the hell was I talking about? The brush, it's not the brush that makes the artist. It's the artist that makes the brush. There you go. It's my beautiful advice for all you artists out there. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, so subscriber burn. You know, usually the subscriber count will be a lot higher than the average views on a video. And then there's a lot of different reasons for that. Obviously, people have alternate accounts, or, you know, in the case of like PewDiePie and stuff, some people will just make a bunch of different accounts just to subscribe, just to bump up the number for something. Because I remember they were doing that with PewDiePie and that, whatchamacallit, the, I don't even remember what it was called, the Indian channel that they were trying to surpass. So obviously, like, you know, most of those accounts are probably fake, or they're just bots, or they're just people with like 9,000 different Gmail accounts. So it's, you know, it's not like, oh, I have 1 million subscribers, so that's 1 million separate people. It might be, you know, some people who leave and then come back to YouTube, but they create a new account, so now they're subbing to you as a new account. I've had people do that for me. So, you know, you look at someone like Markiplier, and he has, like, I think, like, over 20 million subscribers, but he doesn't get 20 million views per video. That'd be ridiculous. So obviously, like, his sub count to his average view count, there's a huge gap there. But he gets so many views that you don't really think about it. You don't really think, oh, well, he's a failure because he doesn't get 20 million 20 million views per video. He's got all these subscribers. So you don't really think about it like that. But with a smaller channel, it's a lot more obvious. You can see the numbers a lot more clearly. So I think that's kind of something that happens to a lot of people as well. And, you know, it sucks. It's a shitty feeling when, you know, you've worked really hard to get the subs that you've gained, but at the same time, you know, people just don't want to watch all the time, and I can't blame them for that. I mean, I've made some really stupid content in the past. I mean, it's hard to say that as I'm drawing Lou Ferrigno, Donald Trump here. But, you know, I can understand that people sometimes get bored with things. And I mean, on top of that, like, I was constantly changing my content. I was constantly changing my name, my branding. I think people just got burned out with seeing me getting burned out, you know? Like, I've quit pretty frequently. I've also not posted very frequently. And, yeah, you lose subscribers over time. But you also lose people just because they don't watch your content anymore, and they don't get notifications. So there are probably people who are still subscribed to me, but they're just not seeing my notifications when I upload stuff, because YouTube just assumes they're probably not gonna want to watch this. And you know, I don't blame them. I've made some animations in the past that man, I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I made them. There's a lot of them. Bobo, I don't know what the Bobo one. The Pennis Furniture Warehouse one, I still think that's kind of funny. It's one of my best ones. The Vividator, I think that one's kind of funny still. And maybe Bobo is kind of funny. I'm being a little too harsh on Bobo. It's one of my greatest creations. But, you know, like, people subscribe because I made the Jacksepticeye stuff. So they weren't so much interested in me or my animations. They were more interested in Jacksepticeye. And the same thing with the Markiplier stuff and the PewDiePie stuff, you know, like, I totally get why people don't watch as much anymore. But the reason why I kind of bring this up is because I almost feel like maybe I should make a new channel. Because this channel started off as, you know, Dungeoneer cartoons. And, you know what, I'm going to draw Joe Biden. I drew Trump. This really intense Trump. I'm gonna try to draw Joe Biden. I'm gonna draw the face down, the face to face, because the election's coming up in only a couple months, so we're gonna get to see two senile old men, one orange, one pasty. It's gonna be intense. I already have pay-per-view tickets for it. I was looking up some reference for Joe Biden, and I saw that one puppet that Jeff Dunham made, and it almost looks exactly like him. Like, I can't even tell which one's the same one. I swear to God, if they have the debates in person, they should just pop up that little dummy that I forgot what the hell the thing's called, the angry old man that Jeff Dunham has. If they just pop that up, people won't even know the difference. People even with the 4K definition, they won't even know the difference. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's Joe Biden. I mean, the puppet looks more alive than Joe Biden does. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Also, I'm not very political. Really don't really care for politics. I think it's all a shit show, whichever side you're on. But you know what? The best we can do is we can have some fun with it. And right now, I think I'm having a good time. This is the best Donald Trump has ever looked. He looks fabulous. He looks ready to rock and roll. So as I was saying, I sometimes feel like maybe I should start a brand new channel simply because I get a lot of people who see my channel and I think they see the high sub count and they see the low view count and they think that maybe the channel's not legit. And I understand that. I would probably feel the same way. Maybe the channel's not legit. Maybe, also, sorry for my squeaky ass chair. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing. My fat ass is destroying it very slowly. I think that people might see my channel and think that maybe it's bots, you know? Cause like, when you first see my channel, I don't think you see, I don't think you see my biggest videos first. So you probably see like all the newest stuff, and I feel like people might just sometimes assume, they might just assume that maybe there was a scandal that I was involved in or something, and like that's why I don't have any views anymore, or my channel's dead, or that I'm a scammer or something, like it was all bots. And it sucks, you know, like it sucks because they, you know, I still get a lot of views, it's just all towards the old stuff, so a lot of people don't see that. They just see the newer stuff and they're like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's got 50K and he only gets 100 views. So it is sort of, it's a little demoralizing, you know, because like they don't see all the work that I put into all like the earlier stuff to get to that 50K. So sometimes it makes me feel like maybe I should just start over and start a brand new channel. Because maybe this channel is holding me back. I don't know. It's something that I've thought about quite a bit, but I just never knew what the right decision to do was, because, you know, if I do want to make content, I do enjoy making streams, and hopefully I can do more of whatever this is. But it just, you know, it makes me feel like sometimes maybe this channel is hindering my progress, because, you know, maybe there are some people that discover my channel, but then assume, oh, wait a minute, like, why does he have this many subs? Like, maybe I don't want to subscribe to this, or, you know, man, maybe they just, he's got a pointy ass nose. Oh my god. Maybe they just assume that I just, you know, maybe I'm not serious about what I do, or, you know, it sucks sometimes. Because I want people to enjoy my content, but I also want people to stick around, you know. stick around for the long run. And, you know, this channel really isn't what it used to be. I mean, I used to be an animator. I just sort of did it on a whim. I'm not really, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, not to say I know what I'm doing when it comes to artwork, but I just don't want people to think that this channel isn't, I don't know how to word it. I'm not really an animator anymore, and animations are what this channel was kind of known for. I mean, I started off as Dungeoneer cartoons, and that's not really what I do anymore. So I wonder if, like, maybe I should make a new channel to make a new identity for this channel, since it's not really animation anymore. Because I feel like this channel is kind of tagged as like animation. I think the Game Grumps kind of talked about this at one point, where your channel sort of becomes tagged or labeled by the algorithm based on all the stuff that you do, because it helps the algorithm get your videos to people that want to watch your stuff. So like if you upload the same thing consistently, then the algorithm knows, okay, well, this is what this channel is all about. But if you upload stuff like all over the place, if you're doing gaming and then you're doing, you know, vlogging, and then you're doing, you know, weird mutated fruit experiments or something, like it doesn't know what your channel is. So it's hard to suggest your videos to someone, because it doesn't know what you do. It doesn't know what you're all about. So I think since my channel has changed names so many times, has changed type of content so many times, I did gaming, I did just like random videos and stuff. Like I just did whatever. I don't know, the story time stuff. I did like the story time animations. I feel like this channel is sort of still labeled as animation. So if I upload something that's not animation, I feel like the algorithm's kind of like, oh, well, we don't know what that is, so we won't show that to anybody. Also, you know, like I made this channel, like I built this channel with animation, and it's just like I would like to build a channel with this, because I don't really want to do animation anymore. I never really felt super passionate about animation. I guess like I mainly just wanted to tell stories. Let's kind of give him like an old man mouth. I'm not really the best at like caricatures, but I'm trying. I'm doing what I can. Give him like one of those weird weird old man. Almost looks like a Simpsons mouth. Like, I don't really want to do animations anymore because it really wasn't something I was passionate about. I think I was just more a storyteller. That was kind of like my thing. And that was just like a good vehicle for telling stories, like doing goofy stuff and whatnot. So it's not so much that I don't want to do that type of content. It's just, I don't know, I just don't want to do animation stuff. This kind of stuff is fun, like making comics, just making random artwork and whatnot. It's nicer to do something that I can just put out really quickly. Whereas with animations, it was like slaving over it for like a month and a half, and then I finally put it out, and it like doesn't do as well as I was hoping, and I'm like, oh my god. So like it's nice to be able to just put something out there, see how it does. If it fails, it's not that big of a deal because I only spent a little time on it. Whereas, you know, with an animation, like with me, like I don't really like staying focused on one thing for too long. It just like drains me super fast. So doing artwork is like nice because I can just make something and put it out there, and it's done. I don't have to do it anymore, and I can move on to something else. Whereas with animations, it was like it had to be my sole focus. Like I think that's why I'm having such a hard time finishing my comic as well, is because I can't stay super focused on it for too long. Hey, does he have jowls? He doesn't really have any jowls. He actually has like a really high up nose. That's why I'm messing up. Biden, your nose is like way up here. Is it? I don't know if it's just the reference, but his nose looks very like really short. I don't know. There you go. You got whatever this is. You got some whatever this crease is called. I know all the creases have like a name to them, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I don't know any of them. So, but he has very heavy upper eye bags. That's not a bag, that's an eyelash. How do I, like his upper eye is like super heavy. It looks like his eyes are just gonna go and just like fall down. He's always squinting, but he's not actually squinting. Squinty McSquinterson. Give him some rankles. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I didn't want to really do animations anymore because it was too much of a time commitment, and especially right now, like it's just really hard for me to stay focused on one thing. So I wanted to really do something that wouldn't take up a huge slice of my life. So just doing random stuff like this is a lot of fun. Plus, it's also good practice. It's a good practice just to try out some stuff and see how it goes, you know. And I don't have to commit 2 months of my life to it. Like, I can tell right away if it's working, if it's not working. Whoa, I didn't mean to rotate the canvas. How do I turn that back? Oh boy. Is that it? That's it. Usually I have this thing. I don't know if you guys can see this. It looks like a strange sex toy. I promise it's not. It's a thing you hold. It's got all these buttons. You can zoom in. I think it's called the Tab Mate. It's built specifically for Clip Studio Paint. It's really cool. Hopefully it's in the camera. I didn't check to see if that was actually in the camera. In the camera. There you go. It's designed specifically for Clip Studio Paint. So unfortunately, it doesn't work with any other programs, which kind of sucks. But it's really nice because, like, you know, the keyboard, and like I don't like having to stretch my hand and do all these stupid keystrokes and shortcuts and whatnot. So this is really nice. You have it all right on there. It's really good. It doesn't feel very well built, but it is. It's nice. Buy the Tab Mate now. I think they could have designed it a little bit differently because it does kind of look like something you like put in your butt. But I swear to God, it's really useful. It's very ergonomic for your butt. I don't know. I usually use this, but I have to use my keyboard because my PC has no USB slots available, and I wanted to have the webcam. I had to have my mic, and there's too much shit going on here. So yeah, I have to use my keyboard, which kind of sucks. I don't really like using my keyboard, but that's my endorsement of Clip Studio Paint's tab mate. But yeah, like, so I feel like maybe I should make a brand new channel so I can build a new audience. I can build a new audience that's a little bit more they're here for my artwork, and they're here for me. Because with this channel, I never really put myself out there, like initially anyway. It was more usually about my animations. It was more like I was almost just like a Markiplier fan account, you know? Like I felt like I didn't really have my own identity. Everyone was just sort of here for those things, and I kind of got lost in the popularity of Markiplier and stuff. Like no one was really here specifically for me. They were just here because, you know, they like Markiplier, and that's fine. Like I can't expect people to be like, oh my god, like I love you too. But you know, I want to make the channel more about me and more about my stuff, because I don't want people to think that I'm like some Jacksepticeye super fan or something. Like I do like Jacksepticeye. I haven't watched him in a long time though, but yeah, I think also with like making that kind of content, I feel like people didn't really know who I was compared to other animators. There was a lot of people that got me confused with like James Farr and Luxian, Larry, I forgot what his name was. I used to know all the different animators that did stuff for Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but I can't remember some of them now. But yeah, people would get me confused with them because like there were so many animations and no one really knew who I was, because I feel like I didn't really have like a very definite I forgot about the drum for a second. I gotta make Biden look a little bit more intimidating. He doesn't look very intimidating. It kind of looks like he's just contemplating what he wants to watch on TV. I'm gonna make his brow stick out a little bit more. So he sort of has like a big brow. He's got a big brow. That boy's got a big brow. So now he just looks like an alien overlord. So I want to make a channel that's a little bit more about me, and it's a little like I'm more at the forefront than my content. You know what I mean? So people can see my content and they know, oh, that's him. Like they have a face to kind of put the not the animations, but the videos and stuff too. Cause I don't know. It's just a thought, I guess. It's just something that I think about with YouTube and whatnot. Because I mean, it's never too late to make a brand new YouTube channel, and God knows I've made my fair share of changes to this channel, but maybe the reason why, because I've come back to this channel many times and I feel like it just never really took off. And I think maybe the reason why is because it's time to just maybe let this channel go. Actually, I'm gonna give him a big ass forehead. He's got like a really weird. Yeah, he's got like a big old forehead. Yeah, there we go. So his hairline's like up here, and then we're gonna give him. Well, it's like a good like Street Fighter looking. I don't want to give him something. I don't want to give him like a high top or something like that. Give him a high top and give him like some sort of like scouter. What does the scouter say? Trump's cholesterol's over 9,000. But like I feel like sometimes maybe this channel is just maybe it is dead. You know, maybe it is. Maybe I had my shot with the animations and I blew it. Because at one time I was making pretty good views, and I wasn't really happy with the content I was making, but I was getting views, I was getting subscribers. I want to connect more with my subscribers, and I want to, because I have 50,000 subscribers, but I know no matter how much content I make, I'm probably never gonna reconnect with those people, because a lot of those people probably moved on to a new account or something like that, or you know, they don't really hang around on YouTube anymore under the same name, or maybe they just don't watch YouTube at all anymore. I don't know. So it makes me wonder if maybe I should just make a brand new channel just to try it out, just to see what happens. It couldn't hurt, you know, just to see if I'm right, if I'm wrong, just as like a test, because like I'll never know until I actually try it out. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the bridge of his nose a little bit. Oh, no, that's not right. Still learning anatomy. Still don't know what the hell I'm doing. If that's not I mean, obviously no one's gonna look at this and be like, yeah, he knows anatomy. This guy knows what he's doing. I'm just trying to, because obviously, I mean, Trump's got just a weird face, so it's really easy to make him look funny. But Biden, he just looks like an old man. How the hell do I make that funny? I guess I'll give him like a big under eye thing, and then we'll give him some real deep brow. Yeah, he's got some deep brow. So, actually, he's got some really bushy ass eyebrows. Maybe I'll play to that. I'll play to his bushy ass eyebrows. So I want to maybe test that out and use this format where I'm talking and it's sort of like a stream, sort of like a podcast, but it's not live. So I might try that out just to see how it goes, because you know I still want to make content, but I just don't know what to make, man. I don't know what kind of stuff to make, and it looks sort of like Joe Biden, I guess. I don't know. He's got such a weird ass hair. He's got big ass ears though. That's the one thing. So I think maybe I will. If this video goes well, I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. If I should start a new channel, but use this format to make the rest of my videos, because I'm probably not going to be doing anything with animation. But I do want to. I still want to make something like this. Like I obviously still want to make stuff that's like more art related. And I think this is a pretty good format to where I can make stuff that's... It's still like my streams. I know a lot of people have been telling me to stream, and I'm sorry that I haven't been doing that. But I think this is a good way to sort of make content, but at the same time do what you guys want to see. But also be able to do it on a schedule that I can do. If that makes any sense. I can do what I can do, what I do. So I might just... I mean, obviously I'll put this out there on my original channel, and I'll see how you guys feel. Because, I don't know. Sometimes I feel one way, and then I feel another way. And it's hard to tell what the right move to do is. Because, you know, I don't want to make any wrong moves anymore, because I've already been doing YouTube for so long. Does that look like it looks like a messed up Emperor Palpatine or something? Unlimited democracy. That doesn't look like Joe Biden. Just in your minds, just imagine this is Joe Biden. It's close enough. Hashtag close enough. His hairline is like way back here. So I'll put this out there. I'll see what you guys think. Yeah, maybe I'll give him like a badass like cut. I really like the cut in the eyebrow. Give him like a badass cut in his bushy ass eyebrow. There we go. You're looking pretty cool, Joe. If Joe Biden came out and he had a little cut in his eyebrow, I'd be like, all right, you don't have my vote, but whatever. Oh, his wrinkles. Yes. There we go. So I'll put this out there on my channel and see what you guys think. Cause I don't know. I want to know what the audience thinks. I want to know what you guys feel about this whole thing. And we'll go from there, I suppose. We'll see. This. Who is this? I'm looking at the reference and I feel like I didn't really follow it very well. Or did I follow it too well? So yeah, we'll see what happens with this video, and I'll kind of go from there. I sometimes feel like maybe this channel, I gotta put it to rest. I gotta put. It used to be called Dungeoneer Cartoons. Maybe it's time to put all old Dungeoneer cartoons to rest, and just start anew, and see what happens. Cause I've been. Not really sticking too much to this channel. Like I've come back every so often just to kind of touch base with everybody and see what's going on. I guess it kind of looks like Joe Biden. Yeah, it's close enough. I mean, if that's obviously Trump because he just looks so bizarre, but I'm sure people they'll figure it out. They'll see the hairline. They'll figure it out. All right, so I'm gonna take a break from talking. I think I've rambled quite enough, and I'm gonna speed art. I'm gonna use the power of editing to fast forward this and do a little bit of work on this, and we'll see how this looks. I'll check back in a couple minutes. I mean, I'm not saying this is the best thing I've ever drawn, but look at it. This should be tattooed on someone's back. This should be a tramp stamp. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have. I've gone through all my bullet points that I wanted to talk about. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about if I should make a new channel, keep the old channel, take in what I told you, and let me know what you think, because I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I might try making a new channel just to see how it goes, just to try it out and see. You never know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this is the official image that they used during the debates. I hope so. I think I captured their likeness very well. I mean, that's practically a photograph right there. That's photorealistic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a new format. I'm just trying it out. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything I should change, add? Is the camera too big? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll try to incorporate that into the next video. So if there's things that you want to see me draw or things that you want to see me talk about, I can do it here. I can do it because it's nice and it's a long form kind of video where I can ramble about things, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I made something fun. You guys can check this out on my Instagram @itsthatOneCat, and I'll post this as soon as I touch up some things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks if you've watched this far. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to do something. I want to entertain you guys because I really enjoy making content, and I really enjoy doing this whole artistic thing. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day or good night, and I'm gonna go get some sleep. So I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.